Hi, I'm Nate Savage, and welcome to video 6 of the Rhythm Guitar Quick Start series. In this lesson, we're going to learn 2 shapes for some minor bar chords. These are going to be really important for you because in the next lesson, you're going to have to know these minor bar chord shapes to play through some of the more common chord progressions that we're going to learn. These minor bar chord shapes should be pretty easy for you to pick up because they're based off of the 2 major bar chord shapes that you already learned in the last couple of lessons. To get started, let's use our 6-string E bar chord shape as a basis. So what we're going to do is put that bar chord shape to our bars on the 5th fret. We're basically making an A bar chord using the E shape, right? Now, to turn this into a minor bar chord, all you're going to have to do is change one note, and this is really easy. All you have to do is take your middle finger off. So do that a couple times, get that shape on there. And you're going to turn this A major bar chord into an A minor bar chord just by taking your middle finger off. And try to remember all the tips I gave you about making your bar chords clean sounding. And if you'll notice when I take my middle finger off, it just automatically comes back and kind of helps out with the bar duties back here with my index finger. It just makes it a little bit easier on your bar. Now, do you see how basically we just took an E major bar chord shape, an open E major, and turned it into an E minor exactly the same way, only we used a bar instead of using open chords. And just like all of your other bar chords that we've learned, this shape is movable. So if you look at your 6-string notes as a reference, you can use that to move this bar chord all around to find out which specific minor bar chord you're playing. So, for example, if I moved this bar chord up to where my bar was on the 7th fret, that note on the 7th fret of the 6th string is a B. So this would be a B minor bar chord using the E minor shape. So move that shape all around and just remember that the name of the specific bar chord you're playing comes from the lowest root note on the 6th string. The next minor bar chord shape that we're going to learn comes from your open A major chord shape that we learned earlier. So what I want you to do is just put that major bar chord shape, the A major bar chord shape, 5th string root note, right? To where your bar is on the 7th fret. That's going to be an E major bar chord because this note here on the 7th fret of the A string is an E. Now, just like the last shape we learned, we only have to change one note. But this one isn't quite as easy. We have to change the fingering a little bit because this note here that you're playing with your pinky on the 9th fret needs to go down 1 fret. And you can't really do that, so what we have to do is change the fingering up. So your middle finger is going to come back here on the 8th fret of the B string, and then your pinky is going to grab the 9th fret of the G string, and your 3rd finger is going to grab the 9th fret of the D string. Leave the low E string out, make sure. That's the shape for your A minor shaped bar chord. In this case, since our index finger on the 7th fret is on an E, this is going to be an E minor chord using the A minor shape. So do you see how we just lowered this note that was right here with our pinky back 1 fret? Change the fingering up to make this shape. Get that shape down, and then just like any of your other bar chords, move it all around the fretboard. One really easy way to remember this shape if you're having trouble memorizing it is to just think of your 6-string root note major bar chord shape. It's the same exact shape with these 3 fingers, it's just moved over 1 string set. So changing from that major to that minor bar chord is a really great way to think about that. Try switching between that major shape and the minor shape over and over again just to get them down. And then once you get that down and you have the shape pretty solid, just move it up and down the fretboard using the notes on the A string, on the 5th string as a reference to see what exact minor bar chord you're playing. Thanks for watching this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Take both of these minor bar chord shapes and just move them up and down the fretboard. In the next lesson, we're going to play through some of the most important chord progressions that you're going to learn as a guitar player, and you're going to use all the bar chords we've learned so far to do that. If you have any questions, you can leave them here in the comments or email me, Nate@guitarassistant.com, and I'll see you in the next lesson.